drama here at the Download Festival. I don't know if you can hear that, but the heavens have opened. And it's because Callous Daoboys is in the house. It's Maddie in the house.
Hello. Hi.
Awesome. Man, I'm so glad I got to interview you because last time I saw you, you were sporting Tesseract in Manchester. I was taking photos and you look like you were having the time of your life.
I am. I mean, it's really cool. I think we're a really fun band. We're a heavy band, but we try to like be a little lighthearted with our shows and whatnot.
Absolutely. It looks like you're just like having so much great time with your bros and your sisters. And just giving it some. And I love that about your band. Because when you first got that support with Tesseract, I was like, Tesseract are a really serious band.
They are a little serious. Like, they're cool dudes. They're amazing and whatnot. And they have this, their whole show, like they put on a whole performance. It's very dramatic and whatnot. It's beautiful. Like it looks amazing. And we definitely came over here with that mentality that we were like, okay, like we're a goofy band. Yeah. We can't try to be that band. Like we know we're gonna prepare that like maybe some people who are here for a serious show maybe don't like the silly goofy show. But you know, we do us. So.
But you're easily as technical as Tesseract, like performance-wise. Yeah. And I spoke to James from Tesseract. I interviewed him that day. Yeah. And I said, on paper, Callous Daoboys looked strange, but then in practice, it's amazing because you got the party started and it was like, right, now we have arrived, you know, and then you can do the serious stuff later. Yeah. We've just had a really good time. You know?
We're just warming the audience up for that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, how long were you on that tour for?
That was 6 weeks, and it was 31 shows. I couldn't play one of them because I injured my head. No. When we played in Berlin, our bassist went to do this, and we were facing away from the audience. We were doing this like silly breakdown thing, and usually our bassist is to this side of me, so their headstock is going that way. Both of us were turned around, so their headstock is this way, and they go like this, and I went forward. Oh no! I busted my skull open. We couldn't play Poland the next day just because we were trying to make sure I didn't have too bad of a head injury.
But that's rock and roll as hell, isn't it? That's really rock and roll. I mean, bass players, shooting pegs, I don't know what they do, make them out of. It seems to slice open people's heads all the time. Yeah. No,
I was its latest victim.
So, you brought out the EP last year with the Waco Jesus and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic, blew my mind. Love the album. What's next? Is there more stuff on the way?
We're currently kind of finishing up the writing process for the new full length. Yeah. We're slated to go into the studio for it this fall. Yeah. We're going to try to chill out on touring for just a little bit in the fall. And going back with our friend Dom, who did the God Smiles EP, we're going to be with him again, working on the full length.
That's awesome. Yeah. It must take quite a long time to write your songs. I was thinking about it because there's so many intricate pieces and stuff. Does it take a long time to write that stuff?
I mean, it's relative, I guess. I don't know. Some stuff does, some stuff doesn't. There's lots of times where we've gone into the studio and a song is finished, and then maybe we'll kind of Frankenstein it afterwards, and we'll change the structure of it a little bit, or something. We'll just change some stuff about it, and we kind of take our time so far with making our record. We try not to do go into the studio for 14 days and just hammer it out. Yeah. We've so far been a band that we go to studios that our friends run that are close to our house, that if we, track something and whatnot and we listen back to it, we can kind of go back and be like, okay, let's change this or that, or if we thought on it, sat on it and whatnot, which I think helps us. I think that I like that so far as part of our process. If we end up changing that in the future, maybe we end up changing that. But right now it's really nice to be able to just track something. You can sit and listen to it at home and think about it and be like, maybe I want to change that. Maybe I want to change this. But Carson, who's the main songwriter, he's just constantly working on stuff and just constantly has the gears turning. So there's ideas that he's had that I'm that could be a 5-year-old idea that he's just now bringing to us. So it's it kind of all depends on.
That's great to work with someone like that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's a certain schizophrenia, wonderful schizophrenia. It's the reason why I love your band. It speaks to me. I've neurotypical, and that sort of music just speaks to me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if your brain is jumping from one thing to another, it's very satisfying to hear a musical version of it.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's been kind of the through line. It's not anything like specific, like musically or melodically, but that it changes all the time, and that it's just it's something that is always different. There's nothing that feels very like off limits to us. Really.
Yeah. But it all sounds like you.
Yeah, I think so far I think we've been doing a good job of that. That we're trying to like really keep true to ourselves, but still push ourselves and kind of break out of boundaries.
Absolutely.
So,
I noticed in the last year, especially, like you've really grown into your sound. As a listener, this is just my opinion as a listener. But it's like you don't get so much that they sound like, and now it's just like no, they sound like Callous Daoboys.
Yeah, I think I've been really proud of how we've kind of progressed in trying to like make our own thing, and we kind of have really solidified our lineup now, and that's. It feels like this is what we were supposed to be, not like we're trying to write songs like the Dillinger Escape Plan or like songs that sound like Every Time I Die. We're writing songs that sound like the Callous Daoboys at this point. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. So, I would know one of your songs miles away. I mean, that's Callous Daoboys.
Yeah.
Which is what I look for in a band. Always.
Thank you.
So I'm looking forward to the new material so much. Is there anyone who's like inspiring you at the moment?
Ooh. Inspiring at the moment.
Or anyone?
I don't know. I think at this very moment, the new Charlie XCX record kind of on the brain. All of us are really enjoying that. That's been like all of us kind of like some weird hyper pop type stuff, which has been cool. Which is just it's very different than the kind of stuff that we listen to, or that we make. But yeah,
you have to have your recreation music, don't you? Which isn't work music.
Sometimes I think one of these days we're gonna churn out like a hyper pop song. Maybe not soon, but
I
one
will
day.
listen to that. I will listen to that. I love that stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, stuff like that. Been really inspired by this artist named Underscores.
All right.
She had an album that came out last year that has just been like kind of blowing my mind. Kind of 100 gex type of music. It's experimental, a little electronic, a little emotional here and there too.
Sounds like my bag.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I want to be down the front for your performance later on. So
thank you.
Have so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.